Hello everyone, this is Doe, welcoming you back to another Sword of Convallaria video. Today we're diving into 5-star SP Rawiyah, exploring the builds I've found to be effective across different situations. Without further ado, let's jump right in. SP Rawiyah is a Seeker from the Night Crimson, Irria, and Aggression factions. As a Seeker, she benefits from a roll bonus that boosts her critical damage by 6% and allows her to ignore 15% of the target's defense. This synergy makes her highly effective as an area of effect physical DPS unit. Her unique trait enables her to act again whenever she hits an enemy with an AoE attack. Additionally, she gains 1 stack of stamina for every enemy hit. Her stamina fatigue mechanics significantly impact her performance. For every stack of stamina, her critical hit rate increases by 1%. At 10 stacks, her damage dealt increases by 10%. At 20 stacks, her critical damage receives a 10% boost. At 30 stacks, both her overall damage and critical damage gain an additional 10% increase. However, she also gains the fatigue status effect after using her Act Again buff from her trait in a turn. This status temporarily disables her ability to act again. The stamina fatigue mechanics make upgrading her stars extremely impactful. At 1 star, she is limited to a maximum of 10 stamina stacks. At 2 stars, the cap increases to 20 stacks. At 3 stars, the fatigue effect duration is reduced to 2 turns, enabling her to use her Act Again trait more frequently. At 4 stars, she unlocks 30 stamina stacks and gains extra stacks for every enemy hit. Finally, at 5 stars, she starts battles with 10 stamina stacks, and her fatigue effect only lasts until the start of her next turn, allowing her to act again every turn. This progression highlights how much SP Rawiyah benefits from star upgrades, as they directly enhance her damage output and ability to capitalize on her Act Again potential. When it comes to SP Rawiyah's equipment, the Gale Sword is specifically designed for her, enhancing her critical damage and complementing her AoE physical DPS playstyle. However, until you can obtain a 5-star Gale Sword through events, a 5-star Feast Axe can be a better alternative due to its superior performance in the interim. For trinkets, the Roaring Flint provides excellent utility by allowing her to activate her Act Again trait even when performing a single target attack, ensuring she maintains momentum. Another highly effective option is the Maverick's Cloak, which shines on larger maps where Rawiyah is sent to handle mobs far from the main party. This trinket helps her sustain her independent operations while dealing with distant threats. As for Taair, the Magician is the standout choice. Its physical attack focus synergizes perfectly with her role as an AoE physical DPS, further amplifying her damage potential. Regarding engravings, given her tendency to move frequently in battle, the Sword and Wand Resonance proves to be the most effective. This setup takes advantage of her mobility, giving her more ways where she can consistently perform at her best in combat. Before we go into her different builds, let's take a quick look on how my 3 stars SP Rawiyah in the latest rank challenge. For this challenge, I had to make a few adjustments as I don't have access to every trinket on my main server.
何か手伝えるか感謝いたしますおっとちょうどよかったなんでもおおおっとちょうどよかったどきなあおつぶれろ何か私にお手伝いできることがおっとサンキューつぶれろ何か手伝えるか言う通りにしなんでもおお行くよ速攻で終わらせる 出番か。何か私にお手伝いできると。おっと、ちょうどよかった。腹が減ってはい感謝いたします。
ありがとう、友よ。何か手伝えるかい？
何でもいいかい。おっと、ちょうどよかった。色つけて返してやる。おっと、ちょうどよかった。行くよ、速攻で終わらせる。どきな。一撃で決める。あおー、観念しな。
もろいね。
もっと強くならなくては。
サンキュー。
おっと、潰れろ。
あったまるね。何か手伝えるかい？
腹が減ってはいいことができぬ。
ありがとう、友よ。
どれどれ。行け。鍛えて出直すな。速攻で終わらせる。
出番か。
Now, let's break down the skills I've used in this ranked challenge for Rawiyah. As her basic attack, I chose Try the Punch, which changes into Get Out of My Sight after it has been used. This basic attack is my preferred choice across all builds as it provides more utility over powerful attack. As for her reaction skill, I chose I'm Mad Now as it gives her access to resolve and additional damage inflicted and received buff. For her main skill attack, I chose Gale Dance, which has two forms: Sincerity, which provides larger AoE range, and Resolution, which provides more damage with one less tile radius. I also brought her SP skill Have a Drink as it adds 10 stamina stacks and increases her critical hit rate through the tipsy status and grants armor piercing. And lastly, I chose Void Slash passive ability as I needed to inflict debuffs on the enemy as efficiently as possible due to the characters I needed in this battle. Before we go any further, I would like to mention that in most other content, ever since getting her to 3 stars, Void Slash is a skill I rarely use as I prefer to have Piercing Cloud equipped for more flexibility in traversing tricky maps. As for her AoE attack skill, I have found that her ultimate Chaotic Flurry to be dealing more damage at the cost of having a less flexible mobility in the map. In maps where enemies are spread far apart, I prefer to bring Gale Dance as it offers more flexibility in her movement. What I do not recommend is bringing both AoE skill in the same battle, as you will be sacrificing a slot for less than stellar overall AoE output by not bringing her drink skill. Bringing both AoE skills in the same battle will also result in energy issues, even when she's accompanied by the game's best energy battery. Now, let's take a look at her skill tree selection. At rank 1, I chose both skills as they are both useful core skills for her that's interchangeable depending on the situation. At rank 3, I haven't found a place or situation where I equipped her with either skill, but have chosen to activate Mobile Crew, as I believe there might be situations where she can benefit from these buffs. At rank 5, I chose both, while prioritizing I'm Mad Now as both gives her 3% attack. At rank 7, I activated both skills, but I would suggest to prioritize Chaotic Flurry as it's part of her core skill that's interchangeable with Gale Dance depending on the map and enemy positioning. While Drawblade looks good on paper, I have yet found a situation where I can fit in this passive skill without sacrificing either her flexibility in movement or overall output. At rank 9, I activated Try the Punch as it gives me more utility over powerful attack. At rank 11, I activated both skills even though I've hardly ever used any of them in battle because both nodes give 3% attack. To summarize, SP Rawiyah is a highly mobile with a great capacity for AoE physical damage output. The main loadouts I like bringing with her are Try the Punch, I'm Mad Now, one of her AoE skills, Have a Drink and either Piercing Clouds or Void Slash. Have a drink makes a huge difference in her output once you've got her at 3 stars and especially at 5 stars, as it amplifies her damage output significantly. She is a unit to take into battles where you have a lot of mobs to deal with, and I would highly suggest for anyone pulling her to get her to 5 stars to get the best out of her. One of her drawbacks is that her trait isn't really built for single target bosses. While she does have access to single target attacks, there are better single target DPS that can perform way better than her. So that's it on SP Rawiyah. As usual, this is a sponsored video, so download the game from the link in the description if you haven't, and like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks so much for sticking around during my break period, and I'm excited to announce that I'll be covering a 5-star Taair video tomorrow, and that I'm collaborating with many guide makers and content creators to create something pretty special, which I'll share with you all soon. Let me know in the comments about your experience with Rawiyah so far. Stay cool, stay crispy. This is Doe signing off. See you in the next video.